Let me introduce myself. My name is Unardin Harita. I am a student at Niasra University from the English Education Study Program, and currently I am in the second semester. Okay, in here I will read a text about village and architecture. And this is one way to hone my speaking skills using English. Okay, to make it more interesting, watch me. Village and architecture. Omohada, the traditional house of Nias. Nias people lives in happily organized villages. Nias villages often possess impressive stone monuments and large houses which stood on earthquake-resistant timber pylons. Most of these villages have lost its old houses because of their deterioration and difficulties in maintaining the ancient wooden structure from rot, insect, and wear, and hence replaced by other more generic structures. Other reason why not so many old houses were rebuilt because of the over-harvesting of the forest. In the past, Nias villages, especially those of South Nias, were strategically built on top of a ridge or hill and were surrounded by ramparts and security gates. Entry into this village was provided by only two gates with steps staircases. The gates led to a straight paved avenue which ran through the village center, with rows of traditional houses on the sides of the avenue. Close to the main square of the village was the house of the village founders, the Omosebua. In Nias villages, the space in front of each house was the property of the inhabitants. This front courtyard was used for mundane activities, e.g., drying harvest before storing. Villages in central Nias were usually smaller than its center counterpart. The houses are also positioned further away from the main avenue. Wooden figures. The Adujatua or wooden ancestor statues. The people of Nias placed great value on wooden figures or adu. The sole purpose of the Nias figures was to fulfill ritual needs, whether it is to ensure will or to perform specific beneficial rite. Niasan figures vary in size from as small as 20 cm or 7.9 in height to more than 2 meters or 6.6 ft tall. When an elderly person died, the family would make a wooden statue known as Adu Jatua. The statue was unveiled on the fourth day after the death of the person. The shape of the wooden statue reflects the stature of the person who used them. The more powerful the owner, the more impressive the statue will be made. Nias people believe that the deceased person's spirits reside in the statue, so all events that occurred in the family were shared with the ancestor statue through prayers. Ancestor figures were believed to ensure fertility for the family, livestock, and agricultural land. Sacrifices were made to the ancestor statues, especially on important events, e.g., birth, marriage, and death. Ancestor statues were placed in the main room of the house, sometimes more than 100. A missionary work in 1920 had recorded the removal of over 200 idols from a house of New Northern Convert. Some missionaries even recorded houses collapsing under the weight of these ancestor figures. Small Adhizatua were bound together horizontally using a rattan and page. In North Nias, large impressive ancestor figure is known as Adusuraha Salawa, or Nias language for portraits of honored ancestors. The Adusuraha Salawa represent the first known ancestor of a family, often the founder of the village. The Adusura Salawa were usually placed upon a wall or on an altar or daro. Another large ancestor statue are the Aduhara. Aduhara ancestor statues are large, elongated, armless and wheel-high, forked-haired dresses. These statues are generally found in central Nias and rarely in south Nias. Other wooden figures do not represent the ancestors. These wooden figures were created to heal specific Other wooden figures do not represent the ancestors. These wooden figures were created to heal specific illnesses, to protect villages, or to invoke supernatural beings to aid through rituals. These statues were generally crudely made, as opposed to the finely carved ancestral figures. Joachim von Brennenfeldsack classified more than 60 types of non-ancestral wooden figures. Many ancestral figures were destroyed in 1916 by Christian missionary movement, which saw them as an blasphemous religious symbol. Some were sold to collectors and can be found in museums and private collections around the world. Stone monuments. A stone monument is displayed in front of a host to display the power and rank of the host. The Nias produced one of the most impressive megalithic cultures in Indonesia, especially the center and south Nias. Stones were used to construct different objects and structures. Nias village features impressive stonework, e.g. large strike churches and broad path streets. Ritual object, e.g. the behu or vertical column, standing columns, jumping stones, obelisks, altars, and sarcophagi are among the main stone objects produced by Nias people. Stone monuments were central in the Owasa festival, a kind of fest to raise the rank of a person. Dedicating stone monuments publicly is considered as one of the several requirements that must be done by a person to prove that he has fulfilled the right to claim a higher rank and to receive honorary titles. The behu is a type of megalith in the form of vertical column. Behu were erected in front of the house of the host and commemorated farmer-grade celebration held by the host. The more behu displayed in front of the host's house, the more powerful his position are in the village. Noblemen display behu that is large in size and more abundant in number than the commoners. A behu with anthropomorphic form is known as the osa-osa. The osa-osa is depicted as wearing traditional Nias etchery, e.g. the kalabubu necklace and pendant earrings or fadulu or sarot dalinga. The osa-osa's head is that of the various beasts, usually a lasara, a hornbill, a stag, or a multi-hued mixture of all. Before displaying the osa-osa in front of houses, they were paraded around the village with the host shooting or even standing on top of the osa-osa. Household object. Nias people produce household objects carved with geomorphic, floral, or geometric motifs. Below are a list of utilitarian objects produced by the Nias people. Point 1. Bariganaa, a miniature jewelry box. Point 2. Bawa tabu, clay pot. Point 3. Dogi, North Nias. Fogao, Trujillo, South Nias. A wooden coconut grater used to grate coconut meat to produce coconut milk or coconut oil, an important ingredient in Nias cuisine. Point 4. Figalai, Banana leaf used as plates. Point 5. Halu, a paddy pounder. Point 6. Haru, a wooden spoon. The base of the handle is carved with various small. Point 6. Haru, a wooden spoon. The base of the handle is carved with various forms, e.g. a first. Point 7. Katidi, weavings from bamboo. Point 8. Lesu, mortar and pestle. Point 9. Niru, a tool to separate rice from its husk. Point 10. Gala, tray-like item made of wood. Point 11. Solem banio, a drinking container made from coconut shell. And point 12. Tumba, lauru, a tankard used to weigh rice. Weapons. A group of Nias warriors holding the baluse or shield and burusa or spear and with balatu or sword at the side of their waist. Today, the Nias people are almost always presented as a warlike people known for their head hunting tradition and inter-villages conflict in the past, where manufacture of weapons are highly recorded above agriculture in claimants. Despite this, none of the warlike activities are carved out by the Nias people, as the majority of the Nias people has been converted to Christianity. Nevertheless, the Nias people were still known as a skillful weapon and armor makers. The Nias people used a variety of material for the creation of their weaponry: leather, corn of woven fibers, precious metal, iron, and brass. The Nias used spears, swords, and blades as their weapon. The Nias spear, or Totoadoho in the south, Toho in the north, was mainly used for hunting. The shaft is made of dark handwood of Nibung palm warp with rattan. Other types of spears are the burusa, with a triangle-shaped head. The Nias sword, or gari, is a combat weapon. Both the sword and its set have simple undercutted form. The most well-known of the Nias weapon is the balatu or telugu, a stem sword with a protective smollett believed to possess magical power. The balatu has a hilt made of brass. The shell of the balatu contains a spherical bundle of rattan or ragu balatu, which performs as a protective amulet. This protective amulet is usually attached with a variety of objects, e.g. animal fangs, which is formed so that it looks like the jaw of the mythical Lasara. The balatu is only referred for the highest nobles as a kind of proof of the authority and social rank of its owner. Some prominent chiefs convert their armor with sets of gold. Helmets can be made of iron or tightly woven palm fibers. The oval-shaped shield is known as the bolse in South Nias, while the North Nias produces a hexagonal-shaped shield known as the Dainch. Okay guys, I think that's all from us. If there are words that are not clear, please understand. And once again, I wanna say thank you very much. Yo.